Alright, I wanted to mention someone today. If I had to pick a hero out of the world, not superheroes, but a hero, it would have to be Nikola Tesla. Now, he lived back in the early, I guess, 1900s, 20s, 30s, something like that. He's responsible for our alternating current. He also is responsible for radio communications, even though Marconi got some credit. Tesla. And I've read a lot of books about Tesla. Incredible guy. Incredible genius in his mind. He had the ability to see a complete project and all of its mechanics and the assembly of it, to where when he would build something like a prototype, it worked. And he didn't spend hours of trial and error. He built it right up here, and then it was constructed correctly out here. Anyway, he had a plan, probably a valid plan, to produce wireless transmission of energy for the world, to where we could go about our business of, one, enjoying life, exploring things that we enjoy instead of the toil and woe that we all experience from having to work probably paycheck to paycheck, or sometimes less than paycheck to paycheck, depending on your job and how much money you make. Anyway, again, the bankers and energy companies were like, ooh, wireless energy, free? No, we can't have that. And so funding was pulled out of his projects. Actually, he died penniless, owing probably thousands of dollars to various creditors at the New Yorker hotel. I forget the exact date of his death, but anyway, remarkable genius. So anyway, the books I've read and pieces of information that I've watched, PBS has an incredible documentary called Tesla, Master of Lightning. I have a VHS copy of it, but it's in my attic somewhere, and so I didn't want to dig it out. But anyway, you can buy it. You might can find it on the internet. I'm not sure. Probably Netflix it or something. Anyway, it's an incredible documentary, incredibly accurate documentary on top of that, discussing Tesla, his life, his accomplishments. He illuminated, it was because of him illuminating the first, or whatever World's Fair it was the first one illuminated by electric lights from a distance with alternating current. So he defeated the DC current, which was prominent but had lots of problems, with his alternating current. And again, he was going to provide power to the world for free. And the crazy thing, it wasn't going to be generated power. It was going to be extracted power. And so we wouldn't be burning fossil fuels, we wouldn't be extracting oil, refining oil, clogging up the atmosphere, anything like that. We were just going to be extracting the energy that's already present, converting it into a form that we could utilize and then use. So it was going to be win-win for not only us, but the environment. And the net effect about pulling energy from the universe or from the vacuum is that it's already there. There's no net drop. It doesn't decrease the more you use it. It's endless. It's an endless supply of energy for free. We just tap into it. Now granted, if you had a box to capture this energy, let's associate a cost with that box. Let's say $100 or $1,000, whatever the cost may be. You could buy the box, which would satisfy the cost involved in building the box and the labor involved in building the box. But then the box exists, and it captures as energy for you, transfers it to all your local devices, whether it be computers or irons or coffee pot, whatever it may be, your TV. We've got to keep the TVs around. And so, again, we don't have that. We have to buy energy. And I don't know if you've noticed the gas prices going up, but I'm quite sure eventually your electricity prices are going to have an increase on your utility bill each month. Again, because we're burning energy. Well, actually, we're burning oil and coal and You got nuclear, and it's basically boiling water to turn turbines to make electricity. Then you got to deal with all the radioactive waste from it, and the cooling towers for the water and so forth. Again, we are in a state of ridiculousness when it comes to energy. And so I encourage you to investigate Tesla's ideas. I encourage you, if you are the creative type of person that can take an idea and run with it, look into these alternative energy sources. The biggest opponents are going to be the energy companies that are, digging for oil and coal and things like that, and they will oppose. I've read something, now whether I believe it or not, it's in debate, but it was a patent for an engine that burned water, through through electrolysis. Either way, converted the water back to oxygen and hydrogen, and then recombined them to have, a source of power or a flame, something to combust. And it was bought and destroyed because that would interfere with the oil companies. And you can go online right now and read about a Brown's gas welder that basically you fill it full of water, you hook it up to some kind of an electrical thing, and through the process of electrolysis, that word escapes me at the moment. But anyway, breaking down the hydrogen and oxygen from the water molecule, separating it, recombining it, you get a flame. Now, the coolest thing about this flame is that it takes forever to heat up water. You can pass your hand through it, it doesn't burn, but you can melt tungsten instantly, or any other metal, and use it for welding. Crazy thing is you can weld dissimilar metals together with this type of a flame. And again, the process is there. The mechanics, the chemistry is there, but the widespread use is not, because, again, the profits are going to suffer from these energy companies. Now, I'm not saying let's get rid of all the energy companies overnight. That'd be silly. The best thing to do is to gradually fade out one technology while fading in another. And when I say gradually, I'm not talking about 100 years. I'm not even talking about 20 years. I'm talking about, let's do a 5-year phase of transition from dirty energy to clean energy. And not just renewable energy like wind and waves. I'm talking about energy from the vacuum, or the separation of hydrogen and oxygen and recombining them into one of these types of implosive flames. Again, something to consider. Investigate Tesla, Master of Lightning. It's a PBS documentary, great documentary. And